I want a job, so how much salary will you give me?
Stop getting the wrong advice. Want a job in the Middle East? Contact Loy Macedo.
All right, today's session, I'm just going to wrap up a few bits of information that I received. It will be, just updates, but mind you, this is not put in the newspaper. This is just what I received from expatriates. So please do your own due diligence, your research, and whatever I share with you, take it with skepticism, because these are just rumors floating around. Okay, the rumors, and I'll tell you which part is true for a fact and which part is I've heard. Okay, and this is all from expatriates who are sharing information with me. So the first one that was shared to me, which I told you yesterday, but I'll add it here. Ras Al Khaimah is planning to start its toll gate. They already have one installed, but this was supposed to start in 2012, but got delayed. But now they are planning to operate it. Once again, talks are underway. So I don't know what they'll call it. I have the screenshot. I'll share the screenshot with you. That's number one. So the toll gate in Ras Al Khaimah. Now, if this happens, then prices of fruits, vegetables, commodities that pass by will increase. Rents will go slightly up because people have expenses to pay. Overheads will increase. You can be rest assured of that. And it is kind of necessary because end of the day, they need revenue. I also was told that there are two toll gates that will be there. One from coming from one end of this city and the other end. There is also a possibility there'll be one more in the main busy central area. I'm not too sure which area is that, but the area that has a maximum traffic inflow and outflow. Okay, rates I do not know. Seems the rates are going to be 4 dirhams or whatever in that range. But yes, it will have every time you pass by you pay. Okay, they obviously will introduce offers like if you buy for the full year, you get a discounted offer, and then normal other stuff. If you don't pay, you get a fine. So that's one. Second one is Abu Dhabi is holding talks again to plan out the proper unfolding of the toll gate from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. So that is going to start because they had to delay it primarily because of this COVID crisis. But it seems talks are underway for next year. Most of the companies are doing that. They're planning out for next year. I also told you in the previous video that recruitment plans have started for next year. Already 3 companies now have approached me for the following year. The key positions are going to be focused on. New protocols are going to be put in place. Most of the work is going to be done in small office locations with strict compliance measures, and quite a lot of it is being focused on technology because now everything is going to be virtual. Then what else? Oh yes, this one, these Facebook groups which are there where expatriates are supposed to fly down to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It seems there are 2 different set of rules for Dubai and a different set of rules for Abu Dhabi, and if you land in Dubai, you'll have problems coming to Abu Dhabi, and I don't know what the story is, and people are very afraid to talk about it because what happened is it seems now there are a lot of people who are being appointed by the government to keep a track of who's bad-mouthing who, and if anyone bad-mouths a company or an individual, legal action is being taken to them, so one of them actually put up a post stating that what did this guy post? That people were traveling, this clinic took some clinical trials, and something happened, and during a time frame it didn't make sense to me, and the post got deleted. Then he re-uploaded it. I'll see if I can share a screenshot, but without showing his name. And they deleted the post out of fear that somebody could take the group admin to task. So companies, either they are careless or they are playing around, or I don't know, they don't give a damn. But the people who will suffer are expatriates. And there is quite a surprise that there are still a lot of expatriates who are still trying to enter UAE, but they cannot, and they have to apply through the website. And what is the criteria for them to be accepted or rejected? No one knows. Then what else? Oh yes, this is, I can say for a fact, people are losing their jobs. Now it has started with banks, and it has started with government entities. And I know this for a fact because they get in touch with me and ask me to forward their resumes, which I am doing. If employers are asking me, and that's what I told you, there are jobs happening as well. So these employers are getting in touch with me and saying, can you forward your list of CVs? So only the people who give me the green signal, yes Loy, you can forward my CV, those are the people whose CVs I forward. But my free service is limited to that because the clients are paying money, and I'll just forward the CVs. I can't individually cross check, verify. I can't do all that. And there have been people who have told me, like, Loy, I want you to tell me who is the employer, get back to me. I'm sorry, I don't do all this, and I can't spend my whole day getting in touch with you and waiting when you will get back to me, and all that stuff I cannot do. So if you are looking out for a job, just mention your what you're looking for in the subject line: sales executive or sales manager or brand director or whatever. In the covering letter, keep it short, sweet, to the point. State your minimum expected salary beyond which you're not interested in the job, whatever perks, conditions, benefits. Be genuine, and I'll forward this to whomsoever asks. You should not be paying me any money for this because the client has already paid, and if you do pay me, it is for consulting. It is not for preferential treatment. It's not like you paid me money, okay, your CV will be at the top. I don't do such things, and please, I do not accept I'll give you money in exchange for a job. Nobody does. Speaking about that, there have been companies on Dubizzle, even in Gulf News and Khaleej Times, which started to surprise me. People are asking others for their resumes or to apply for a job. They make them go through the interview. They make them go through phone interview. Then finally they're given a confirmation letter. It is when they receive the confirmation letter, they start finding it something fishy about it, because then when they sign the confirmation letter, whatever, then they ask money for processing fee. Okay, nobody takes money for processing fee. And if anybody, see, I'll tell you, here's another danger that you're not thinking about. You're giving your private details, you're giving your passport number, you're giving your cell phone number, you're giving your all your details. You are exposing yourself to a lot of threats. Please don't do that. Companies, if they take your interview, they will call you to the office. You will see a full-fledged office. You'll see people working there. You can interact with others. That's how a proper interview job process is supposed to be. Okay, then yes, good salaries are being offered. How I know this? My friend who I have known for years and years, he got a 20% increase in his salary, which I was surprised. And no, he did not take my service. He got it because he had contacts and connections in the market. But I'll tell you, he's a 20-year veteran, and I was surprised that he got a 20% increase. So I told you, jobs are happening in the market because people have to survive. They have to pay their bills. I mean, if you don't have a job, you're going to work. Okay. The other thing is body doubles are being used for certain people. I had this video session with this guy. He claims to be intelligence. We had this video session. He didn't show his face, obviously. So he said, he showed me screenshots, and he made it very clear, no screenshots, no video. I told him, see, listen, man, if I give my word, I'll stick to it. He told me very clearly, I can, if I want, I can, you wouldn't want to get on my wrong side. And he told me he can hack into my system if he wants to and all that, but he's being nice to me, so, why should I make a good friend a bigger enemy? He showed me certain people's, certain people's this thing, and he showed me body doubles. I was like, for me, I couldn't make out. He said, these are the body doubles. I was like, okay. When you see a body double, they look very similar. It just looks like maybe little polished. Like you have to look really close. Okay, really close. But these guys are trained for years and years, it seems, to copy the mannerisms, to copy the tone, to copy the style of walking, looking. And they are asked to interact as less as possible. And once you get into this, it seems you're going to be in their program for the rest of your life. You're never going to go out, interact with your family. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And you cannot, you're on the call 24/7. You cannot, you can't have things go your way. So that was pretty shocking. I was like, you hear this in movies, but you don't actually see it. Now, how far what he's saying is true, my guess is as good as yours. Okay, a bank, I don't want to take the name of the bank. A bank has been hacked. Its data has been compromised. Its system has been compromised. So if you try internet banking, you'll not be able to withdraw the money or use it. They will give you an apology note. I'm not going to share the screenshot. I got it from a reliable source. He said their systems have been hacked. Then another one, I told you on the previous video that Emirates Lotto, one guy sent me a mail stating that it was hacked. I don't know how far it's true. But it seems there are hackers targeting UAE systems. So one more thing is a hacker that spoke to me from UAE. What he said is now UAE is unable to maintain its budget on having hackers because way too many people have access to multiple systems. They have Telegram, you have Proton Mail, you have Google, you have Zoom, you have Skype, you have VPN. He's saying it's becoming far too expensive to maintain a team to constantly hack other people's systems. So they have to spend their resources wisely. The salaries are exceptionally high. Per person, the salary is exceptionally high. And to have this hacking system, it seems that the job is 24/7. It seems it never ends. And you should see these guys, they are working from homes. Like you talk to them, you'll never feel he's a hacker or something. You'll just feel he's a kid or something like that. And some of them, they have like their rooms like filled with fucking computers and servers, and it's like one of those like a typical nerdy movie when you see some of these Transformer movies, Michael Bay, the way they show a typical nerd in the basement with servers and all that. I was like, hey, fuck, you guys actually stay like that. So that was another one. Income tax, one hand, it's like here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. They are not going to mention that this is income tax, okay, but they are going to tax you or increase the expenses on other areas, but small ones. See, remember, you can either have an explicit tax, you can say this is income tax, or you can just make small things expensive. Registration fee, water, electricity, prices, fines. So that is what you can do. And the second strategy is, instead of charging pay 50 dirhams, okay, for this, they will say 1 dirham here, 1 dirham there, 1 dirham there, 1 dirham there, 1 dirham there. So that is the strategy that they are planning to go. So it's not going to be income tax in your face kind of statement, but small expenses. Then plenty of people have started to open up companies because that's the only way they can hold on to their visas. People with expired visas, you'll have to reapply because obviously they need to make the money. YouTubers who are having these channels sharing news, breaking news and this and that, who are based in UAE and who are taking videos of places and all that. Two of them have been caught. I don't know what rule they broke, but their video channel have been shut down. So I don't want to reveal this because, okay, privacy issues or whatever. So, but a massive subscriber base, primarily from India and Pakistan. I don't know what did they do. Maybe because I knew one thing, they were playing around with fake job offers. You'll get this job, you'll get that job, and so. But I think when they start putting videos of this is how Dubai looks like, this is how Al Quoz looks like, this is how people are doing things, then you fall into trouble. And last if not the least, I think there was this video that was shared to me. It seems there is a synagogue in Dubai, and it seems Jews have started to come down to Dubai. I cannot verify whether that video is real, whether it is a synagogue in Dubai. If it is, my personal opinion, it's a good thing because, UAE is sticking to what it says. It's a tolerant country, so that's good. I don't have anything against Israel, and I think it's a good thing that they're making peace. But on the flip side, it's going to create a lot of problems because a lot of Muslim rebels, or I use Muslim because Muslims don't like Jews, okay, especially the extremists. So things are not going to be very good. So, but I guess UAE knows what it's doing because it has to make friends with the ones who are the strongest. Work has started on Expo 2020. Work has started there. It has resumed. Question is payments. Will you guys get payments on time? That's a big question. That's to be seen. Malls are businesses picking up. Crowds are not yet there. People are trying to go back to normal, but there is still the fear factor. And what else? Oh yeah, I'll be compiling the data for jobs coming. I'm hoping tomorrow. It's quite a number of them, but I'll just choose a select few, and those people who I accept, I take payments from them, and you guys don't have to pay any money. So, but remember, whatever you send me, I'll just forward it directly to them, and that's where my job ends. Okay, so if you get a call, they'll call you directly. Having said that, stay positive, stay strong, cut down your expenses, make sure that you focus on getting back on track, and it's good that UAE is taking steps towards recuperating itself. But yes, there will be casualties if you're not prepared. If you have not invested in yourself, if you're not smart, who can you blame? All right. Get in touch with me if you have any confidential information. My email is there. My WhatsApp message is there. This is me signing off. You guys take care.
I want a job, so how much salary will you give me?
Stop getting the wrong advice. Want a job in the Middle East? Contact Loy Macedo.